babies, it's your girl Zoe, and if you don't know who I am, well now you do, and welcome to the family. Now this is another story time, and when I tell y'all, this is probably one of the most embarrassing times in my life that I really have never really spoken about, unless it was like the people on my hand that I can count that I told this to. But I feel like things happen for a reason, and what happens to you, depending on what it is, you'll be able to joke about it later on. So, this is the story of the time that I peed on myself winning first place in a 1 mile run. Now, we're going to start off like from the I'm going to give you the background, right? So, the background is I used to be in a JRTC program. That is a military program that a lot of high schools, public high schools, offer to kids that want to learn discipline, want to learn citizenship, get community service hours, things like that. It was a program for kids that wanted to go into that. Not necessarily like to say if you were to join the program, then you would have to do military work. No, it was just based around military principles, and honestly, people that are trained in the military, it does help them out in the long run. It teaches you discipline, it teaches you professionalism, and a whole bunch of other things that really do help you out later on in life. So I ended up loving it and did it for 4 years. But we also had extracurricular teams in the JRTC program, and my program was specifically an Army branch. So we had a Raiders team that was like a workout team. We had a drill team, so that's more choreography with rifles. And then we had orienteering. That's like if you're into navigating, you're into looking at a compass and finding out where you need to go, things like that. We had different teams. Oh, and then we had color guards. So like if you wanted to work with flags and represent on game day and things like that, you could have been part of color guard. Well, I was part of basically every team except for color guard, and this particular time happened whenever I was at a Raiders competition. Now, Raiders for us, because it is a workout team, it was like a lot of endurance, a lot of just focusing on your body. Like you couldn't have just slacked off in your food and everything if you were in Raiders, because they tested you to your mental and your physical when it came to those competitions, because the things they had you doing in the competitions, it took all your body to work. So like I had to cut off sodas, I had to cut off certain things that I was eating, I had to build up on carbs, things like that. And so in practice, my endurance and physical and mental abilities increased and improved in the long run after slacking off on that. And ever since then, I really haven't been a big fan of sodas anymore. It's like I cut off on them because of that, but it's like now it's like it's too syrupy, it's too thick for me. So very rarely will I drink a soda, but that's what stopped me from drinking a lot of sodas. So we were at this Raiders competition, and we had to do they make you do everything first. So they make you do your push-ups, your sit-ups, and then they had like the 300 meter where you had it's kind of like a relay. Okay, you would just have to see it for yourself, but it was a competition. So depending on what they had you doing at this competition, you had to do all that. Then you had the 1 mile run that the females run, and then the guys run. So I was the only black girl representing for my Raiders team, and basically for anybody in the competition. And one of the sergeants that normally comes to visit us to recruit from the Air Force, he was like, you're gonna win today? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win today. Like, who gonna beat me? But see, the thing was, like, I could back it up though. I really could back it up. My timing was pretty good. But yeah, so he was hyping me up or whatever. But we knew him already because he always comes and visits our battalion. So he was just hyping me up and just joking around. So mind you, like I had no thought to pee. I had no urge to pee. So like it was like, okay, I have nothing to worry about. But you have to think about it, okay? You're running 4 laps around a 400 meter track 4 times. So I wasn't thinking like, okay, maybe I just need to rush and pee. Like, no, nothing was. But the thing was, I don't know how to explain this. I had no urge to pee. I had no urge to pee. I didn't feel like I had to pee. I never thought I had to pee. I didn't drink water or anything beforehand because the thing is, like, with like fruit and water, whenever you're right before you run or right before you do something, it's just like, okay, you're asking to go to the bathroom. So I didn't do none of that, okay? And it's just different for me. Like I can't compete on a full stomach either. It's just something about it makes me sick or whatever. But yeah, so I was basically on an empty stomach and everything, but I was used to that. That's how I competed in everything. Well, the key for me was that I always stayed in the inner lane. When you start out on the outer lane, this is in track, this is in cross country, this is in Raiders, whatever you're doing involving running. If you're on a track, stay in the inner lane. So I got in the position in the inner lane and I was in front of everybody. That's how I did it. So I just kept the pace. If you keep the pace the whole time, then it's easier for you to keep up your pace than having to catch up to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, because the thing was, like, I won like second or third place, but I don't claim that as winning. You know what I'm saying? I won like second and third place regularly in our Raiders competitions when it came to the 1 mile run, but I was working really hard these past few weeks to go against this one girl that was in a local town where we were from, and she was always winning these competitions. So I was just like, okay, I have to beat her. And then I was the only black girl there, so I was like, oh, I definitely have to beat her. You know what I'm saying? It was a must. And the thing is, like, I learned her times, but I was really trying to beat my own time. So that's something else that kept me up, right? So on your mark, get set, go. We start running. Boom. I just start spacing myself out from any of the other girls, right? And the first lap is like, okay, your first lap is easy. You know what I'm saying? Your first lap is like you have no problems. Your second lap, you're like, okay, I just only got 2 more to go. Your third lap is like, okay, can we just hurry up? But your legs won't let you hurry up. But then it was like towards halfway in my third lap, I was like, ooh, I really gotta pee. Like, I really gotta pee. And I can't just stop and go. So, so I keep on running, right? Mind you. Whenever you're running the mile, it's like you're pushing, but you're like slowly slowing down. So I was slowly slowing down, but I saw her catching up to me. But then, like, I'm freaking fit to pee. Like, I'm about to pee on myself. So I was just like bumping, man. Let me just go ahead and try to finish this out on the last curve. Like, everybody know that last curve before you finish out. On that last curve, mind you, I had on red. No, was it red shorts? I don't know if I had on. I don't know if I had on our ACUs or if I had on our red shorts or if I had on the black shorts. I don't know, but all I know is the pee wasn't holding back no more, and it was just falling down my leg. And so I finished. I think I finished like 7 minutes on the dot, and that was really bad compared to my practice time. So I was just like, okay, at least I won first. So at this point, it wasn't even that I was caring about that I won, because at that point I done peed on myself, so I know I smell like pee. Cause I smell like pee. I smell myself smell like pee. So I know people gonna smell me smell like pee and not gonna say nothing. Because I just really didn't want that rubbed up in my face. I really didn't want it rubbed up in my face. So I was like, okay. I didn't even ask my colonel if I could go to the restroom. I just went to the restroom, like, because at that time, like, you need your legs and stuff to recuperate. So, like, they really don't mess with you right after you win anyway. But I went ahead and went to the restroom. And thank God they had some soap. Hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that's what I just had to do, what I had to do. Because it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute at all. It wasn't cute at all. And the thing is, like, even though I was finished with the race, I couldn't just up and leave. I had to wait for the boys to run. And then we had to wait for them to calculate all the stuff to see who's getting the awards, who's coming in first, second, third place, and then who's coming first, second, third place in the mile. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. So I smelled better than what I did, but I still peed on myself. So finally we get to the point that, okay, I'm receiving my award. I can't find my medal. I can't find my medal right now. But if I find my medal, I'm gonna incorporate it in here. But I do have my other, like, after I had won that race, because that was my first time actually winning first place and then winning against that girl. And I forgot to tell y'all. Yeah, I got the medal to win first place, but it was like that girl had never lost before. So for her, it was like she was just really angry and stuff. And I guess like she had took some shots beforehand. Like I think she had took some vaccine shots. Them shots that they take for your blood. She had took that like hours beforehand with no food, and then she ran that mile in the burning hot sun. And so basically like she was really fatigued, finna pass out and everything. So ambulance and stuff had to come get her or whatever. And even then, like, whenever I would run against her, she just never won again. Like, it would always be me consistently winning. So after that time that I ran and I won first place, I actually got my time down to 6:10 whenever I went to what is it called? JCLC. Yeah. When I went to JCLC, that's a ROTC camp that they do over the summer. When I went to JCLC, I got to get the fastest female time out of all of the schools that had came for Camp Shelby. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Can you see it? Yeah. I have to find that picture somewhere too. If I can find that picture, hey, I don't mind even putting that in. But yeah, I was really happy about it, and that was my fastest. I have yet to beat that time. Like 6:10 is the time that I have to beat. But do I want to die trying to get there? Because it wasn't cute either. Like, I was barely breathing finishing. But yeah, so I won the race, but I peed on myself. I was ready to go, and I felt so disgusted, so ashamed, so embarrassed. And yeah, but it happens to us, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully you can laugh from this, because, I mean, you would think, like, okay, you're grown enough to not pee on yourself, but I couldn't help it at the time I was running. And it's like, okay, is your excuse going to be that you peed on yourself the reason why you stopped the race? Or is it going to be that you won the race and so you get an award for peeing on yourself? Did I say that right? Well, anyway, it happened to me. Hopefully you can laugh about it. If you want more story times, please let me know. I mean, I don't have any more pee stories, but I do have some more juicy stories. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to look at my other videos. Don't forget to turn on those post notifications. Don't forget to follow my social medias. Don't forget to go watch all of my videos, because like, what's the point of you getting on here if you're not gonna watch all my videos? Like, but anyway, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and bye.